Alright, today we will delve into a certain variation of a show that fell down the rabbit hole, and is basically forgotten. Not a whole lot of people remember it. As you can tell already, we're talking about Crazy Quilt. For those who aren't familiar with the show, Crazy Quilt revolves around teaching viewers on how to create crafts with household items, alongside telling stories with the crafts they have. People fondly remember this because it is one of those treehouse shows that play in the middle of the night. But I mean, it was nice. There was some sort of charm that comes out of Crazy Quilt. Even if you were not participating and making the crafts yourself, it is calming to watch. Hey, post-production Randy here. I just wanted to point out something in this intro that you probably never noticed as a child. What is this? I promise this isn't edited or anything, but you could see this on Treehouse broadcasts of the show. That is crazy, just the fact that it was never edited out. I thought it was interesting, but anyway. In my opinion, it's a great show from the classic Treehouse era. I'm happy to remember watching it when it was on. Now, I would like to ask you a question. What do you remember from the show? I mean, I can remember the ones who hosted the show, and those two are Maggie and Jackson, a lady and a raccoon. However, some of you watching this right now are probably thinking of something different.
Have I got a story for you?
Now from Treehouse comes a world of discovery through crafts.
We can use our creativity and just have a lot of fun.
Yup, you're thinking about this woman and this full-bodied tiger. And you might be wondering, who are they? What are their names? Well, I could tell you that the blonde woman is named Zoe, and the tiger's name is Spot. If you were watching Treehouse in the late 90s, there's a chance that it may ring a bell for you. Just to give you guys some information, Crazy Quilt produced episodes between 1997 to 1999, and eventually aired reruns up until 2011. You know, the time when Treehouse took off some of their original programming like Tree Town, We 3, and The Big Comfy Couch. So, yeah, we know that they did have Zoe and Spot, but while the show was airing, when did they change the hosts? Well, judging by the copyright information at the end of the first Crazy Quilt episodes featuring Maggie and Jackson, I'd assume it was 1998. You know, without this clip in particular, it would be hard to believe someone who tried to describe the show and say that they remember a blonde woman and a tiger. And honestly, that is wild, because if you go and search for them on the internet, you'll come to realize that nothing will pop up. Every bits of information that come from pages and articles would mention Maggie and Jackson, but the original hosts were never brought up at all. So, what the heck happened? The problem is, nobody knows. With little to no information from the internet, we have no idea where they went. I'd say the only solution would be to look at the end credits of Crazy Quilt, and see if there's anybody to contact who may have worked on the original variant. And you know, this is lost media. This is the only clip we have. We don't have any full episodes on the internet. It has been nearly 10 years since this was uploaded and nothing new has surfaced. You would have to look for Treehouse recordings from 1997 to 1998. Good luck finding those. They are pretty tough to find and come across these days. To be honest, it's tough to find old Treehouse recordings in general, so it is a struggle. Oh, and speaking of lost media, there was a thread created on the lost media forums regarding the original Crazy Quilt. For further information, check the link down below and refresh your memory. All in all, we are crossing our fingers hoping that at least one full episode will see the light of day. And I mainly made this video just to put it out there and let others know that a different variant of the show exists. Hopefully, we'll get something.